everybody, hello and welcome. I hope you liked that little snippet of the birds in the garden at the feeders. I have never lived in a place where we've had so many blue tits, and as you may know, I'm a bit partial to blue tits, so it's great. So back to this, well, it's full on shabby chic, I would say, and I did have all my papers sorted out into one signature, but actually it was becoming a bit too gator mouth, so I've split it into two. They're not big signatures, excuse me, but I think they work better as two. So just I'll just show you quickly what I've been up to. This little corner tuck here, I've used some of Lorna's paper down there, and then here we've got a tag that's got a belly band on it with Lorna's stamp, and this, which I'm pretty sure is from Sam Poole, a shipping ticket, and it just slides in like that, and that goes in there, and that's that page. The next page we've got, it's just, let's take this off and then we can see. There's a little baby pink bulldog clip. We've got this tag, which is Lorna's beautiful paper, Lorna's stamp, I think. No, it might not be Lorna's, that one actually. And then some gorgeous baby blue chiffon around here with a little pearl star on top of it and some more chiffon at the top. And then I've also included this, which is, I printed it on newsprint paper, so it's very thin and it just looks quite old, but it does afford quite a lot of journaling on the other side. So I've just included that in there, like that, and they clip on using that. Just the cutest ever little paper bulldog clip. And there we go. Next page, this is just a part page, it's just torn. I've stamped at the bottom Paris 1889, just some journaling really that I've stenciled all over using Lorna's stencils. And yeah, I just creased that corner in there and inked it. I might stick that down, I don't know, we'll see. Then here we have almost a library pocket, I'd say, stuck down using Lorna's beautiful paper and a little bit of paper that I embossed with some lace along there, and then another one of those shipping tags, lace at the top, and I've aged this up, I've scrumpled it up and whatever and stamped on it there, and the back is plain for journaling. Just goes into there. Then here we've got a stenciled page with one of Lorna's beautiful, well, two actually, because the frame is one stamp and the perfume bottle is another. I stamped it out first in, this is iced spruce, Tim Holtz Distress iced spruce, and I stamped the bottle out with iced spruce as well. Then I stamped it in black VersaFine but missing some parts, so you could see the iced spruce coming through, and I really liked that, it worked okay. Here we've got a corner tuck, Lorna's paper again folded over. I half glued this one down because it wouldn't stay, and then in there we've got this, which I have aged. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It looks truly like an old document. It's lovely. So that goes into there. Then we've got this, which is a side pocket, some lace down the side there. Then I've got this document, which I have also printed onto newsprint paper, so it's really thin. And then I've aged it, scrumpled it up, folded the corners in, and it just folds over like that, over, and then that just tucks into there. So we've got all that journaling on the back, and then here is just an absolutely beautiful tag made with Lorna's paper. It's unadulterated, it's just gorgeous. Then I put a little tab on the side with some trim there, and they just live in there. like that. Then here we've got another tag using Lorna's papers. Quite a fussy top to this with a flower and a bow and these dangly things. Then here I've put a frame which I painted in pink, tattered rose actually. This gorgeous doily here, which really is beautiful. And just added some paper flowers to it, some pearls and a little twine bow. So that's that one, and that just tucks under there. I haven't done anything to the back of there yet. That's awaiting something. And the other thing is that, yeah, this page is a flip out. So, I mean, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful as it is. And there is journaling down there. So I might leave that. I don't know yet. Possibly not. But that folds over like that, and that just gets... There we go, done it, excellent. So that needs something on it probably. This is the other side of that white page where I've put more stencils in the iced spruce. I really love that colour. And one of Lorna's stamps there, so there's still journaling to be had there. Here needs something. There is the other half of that torn page. Needs to be stamped on or something. And an empty page and then the back cover. So that there's still things needed for that. Then here, this page has got lace down it. Here we've got a corner tuck with an envelope and a little bit of lace attached to it. That opens up and we've got journaling. Wow, that's tight. Journaling in there. Lots of journaling. Perfect. And it just tucks in there. That folds over. That goes there. And the paper clip goes on. That's the theory. Yeah, works. Theory works. So there we are. That bit of lace, I actually used a bit of paper behind it. Otherwise, I think lace pockets, they tend to go baggy. And I don't like that. So... I can't remember what I've shown you before, so I'll just go through it. There's not that much. Here we've just got a page, bit of faux packaging tape, bit of lace down the bottom, made that into a pocket. And here we've got one of these, this is just gorgeous. That's a stamp from Lorna. Just very, very pretty. And here we've got just a little side tuck, folded up coffee stained paper with some lace sewn on the top of it and some little paper flowers put on it. And here's just a very straightforward one of Lorna's stamps and some little bit of frou-frou at the top. That goes there. Then here we've got some lace down the complete side of there. We've got a really nice scrumpled up seam binding with a flower in the middle, some cheesecloth behind it and this lace on there. And then in here we've got another one of these documents that I have printed onto newsprint paper. And I've aged it. I might go back and age this a little bit more actually. I think it could handle a bit more aging. So that just folds in like that, and that tucks in there. That's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. Oh well, I'll worry about that later. So that goes in there. Then here we've got, I'm sure I did this with you, did I? I can't remember. Just stencils and the stamp. Then here I've put in, it's a French check, is it? Receipt? I don't know, it's French. So I stuck the back and the front together to give me this double-sided, and I put a doily on there, which I absolutely love. And that actually could do with being aged up a bit more as well, to be honest. But that just goes there. Then here we've got this, which is a doily. It's a pearlized doily, actually. It's gorgeous. Some cheesecloth behind it. This beautiful faux silk bow with a little pearl in the middle and these two danglers. And on the other side of that, I've used another half of doily I've used elsewhere. I just put a bow on it, and I think that's absolutely all it needs. It's beautiful. There's nothing on this page or that page. That's the other side of the check or the invoice, whatever. Here we've just got, well, it's one of Lona's stamps. It's beautiful. Some lace down the side, a couple of flowers in there, and I think that's all that needs, actually. And then we've got nothing on this side. Here we've just got a little edger. Same thing, it's paper pleated up and then lace sewn onto the top of it, and some paper flowers, and I've put some little stamens and some leaves on that. Plenty of journaling. And then here we have the start of a library pocket, I think. Yeah, I've used Lona's paper in the background just to set the tone. Then I've torn that, put some lace down there, stamped the dressmaker, which is Lona's stamp, put a little offcut down there, some lace, some cheesecloth, and a couple of little flowers. So that needs something to go into there. And that is as far as I've got, which is a good start, definitely. But it needs more. It always needs more. So I thought we'd start off by making a tag. And there's my base, the base for my tag, which is Lona's paper. Excuse me. And I've put texture paste on it. And I just think it looks gorgeous. I love it. So I just want to go around the edge. I'm just going to use my finger, actually. I can't find my Tim Holtz distressing tool, so I'm just going to use my finger, go around the edge and just wrinkle that up a bit. To be honest, I think your finger does a better job than the distressing tool, but whatever. Some bits will fold in. You might even get some tears in it. That's all right. We want it to look vintagey. And if you get a tear somewhere that you don't want it, just put it back down, get your faux packing tape out and stick it on again, and it'll look even better. So there we go, I think. That's us. That's us done. So I'm going to use my archival ink in ground espresso, and I'm using that because it's about the darkest I've got, and I'm just going to pounce on it rather than distress it the way we normally do, because then that catches kind of all the fluffy bits. A bit more in the corners. I'll get a nice edge on this. So there we go, we end up with a nice dark edge to it. Okay, isn't that just so lovely? Unfortunately, I'm going to cover some of it up, but right. So here's a piece of, I don't know, well, it's years ago now actually since I bought this paper. I bought it off Amazon, and it's sort of meant to look aged, and it looks very false. But I stuck it through the embossing machine, and actually I really like that effect. So I'm going to use a bit of it I need to tear that edge off because it's not embossed right the way to the edge. So I'm just going to use my tear ruler. You can use your decal edge trimmer if you've got one, if you're lucky enough to have one. I do. I don't know why I'm not using it. I think it might have been better had I used my decal edge trimmer, but I didn't, so I didn't. Isn't it funny how paper tears so much better in one direction than another? One direction you can really struggle with, and the other one just comes off like butter. There we go. Right, so what size do I want this to be? I want it to be... Let's see if we can get that straight first, might be a bit of an idea. So I want it to be down there, just inside the card. Let's take the bottom off first, that's going to be easier. So I want it to be about there. Let's get that straight, shall we? Right, let's tear that. You're going to have problems with that bit at the top. Well, I've got two great big chunks out of it, but that's alright. So now, let's just tear that off. And this top corner looks a bit iffy as well. So now I want to leave some of Lorna's paper and some of that beautiful texture paste, so I'm thinking about there. Just inside Lorna's paper. There we go. So right, I'm quite happy with that, I like that. I think that's lovely. Let me just put my ruler away. And now I want to ink around here. Same as before, I'm pouncing. And you can pounce more in some areas than others, just to give it a bit of a older look. And you can leave some areas with none at all. Just take that bit off. It's usually corners that get the kind of muckiest. So I hope everybody's doing okay, doing all right. Mr. F's had a bit of a time of it, but he's bounced back, of course, as he always does, which is great. And we're feeding him up. So I'd say he's pretty much back to normal, to be honest. He's doing really well. Right, so that's that. So let's just build this up first, and then we can start sticking things. Or can I stick that down now? No, let's just build it up. So I've laid out a couple of pieces of lace that I want to use, and I quite like that. Oh, look at that, it's the exact right size. That's just a fluke, actually. I don't want to cover up any more of Lorna's paper, actually. And I've got this beautiful piece of lace. It's gorgeous, isn't it? But I am just going to take a little bit of it off to put up there. So just want to cut that about there. And then just cut along here. And let's have a look what that looks like. Yeah, that's going to look fine, I think. Just need to straighten that up a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. So I think I can maybe bring that up even a little bit to there. Yeah, let's stick these down. So let's stick this down first. So last night Mr. F and I sat and went through what we're going to aim to do next year, because it's getting to that time. And I really wanted to get a plan, you know, just roughly even a plan of what I thought that I might want to do in the new year, and see if I can stick to it. I'm generally not bad if I have a plan, kind of can stick to it. So yeah, went through all the journals that I have in mind that I want to make. Mr. F has a gorgeous project that he's keen to get on with, really. So that will be coming up in the new year, which is great. Right, so where's this going? It's going there, isn't it? So let's just put some glue along there. And just a little bit down here. I'm just going to rub over that with my finger so I don't want it coming through the lace. Like that. Yeah, and also other things, you know, seemingly small things. Like I want to keep my desk tidier, and I know that just sounds silly, you know, when you say that, but it really affects my creativity. If my desk is in a real mess, I can't face it, and I don't seem to be able to kind of get over it, you know. So that was number one actually on the list, to keep my desk tidy. And other things that I've got planned, journals and the like. Not all Timmy, you'll be glad to know. Edith figures in there too. So I just want to bring this down a little bit over that lace. And a little bit up there, and just wipe that again. Put that down. So there we are, that's that, right, okay. Now moving along, hello, to the next bit. I want to put twine on it. This is an idea that I saw on Pinterest, and whereby I don't want to copy, I can't copy it exactly, I haven't got what she had, but yeah, I think I'll put the twine on next. So at this stage I can get away with putting it around the back because I haven't backed it, and it will be backed. But I could also just put a little bit on the back. And I could use double-sided for that. I've only got this very narrow double-sided, but I'm sure that'll do. Don't know how sticky that end bit is. It's been wafting around in my drawer. Not very, I suspect. So I'm just taking a little bit of this, putting it down there. Whoops. Not straight. I'll stick that down. Then when we come to back it, we just sandwich that in the middle and that'll be fine. So that's coming over there. So what one? The other one about there. Come on. Yeah, so now's the time. If you'd like to see me do something in particular, let me know. Pop it in the comments and I will, I really will think about everything that you comment on, and hopefully we'll come up with some good things that you want to see and I want to make. I appreciate a lot of you want to see Edith. She's been in the background a bit lately, hasn't she? But as you've seen, I've got plenty of Edith books. So, right, now I want to bring this over to this side to tie it. Here we go. Do you think you can do a bow? I don't know. I don't want to pull that too tight because I don't want to bow the card. Come on, you can do it. There, I told you I could do it. So that's lovely, like that, and some of this can come off down to about there. I'll leave that until I see what else is happening. Right, so what else we need is some flowers and a bow and stuff like that, and some pearls. Keep Judy happy. So there's my stick-on pearls. There is my cheesecloth. I just dropped something, but I don't know what it was. Let's put the double-sided away for the time being. So I've got white flowers and pink flowers, off-white flowers I should say really, and somewhere I've got a bow that I made. There it is, up there. So this is this beautiful faux silk ribbon that I've got. For those of you in the UK, I get mine from Bertie's Bows. Beautiful quality. I absolutely love that faux silk. So I thought while I was waiting for that to dry, I'd actually go and get my book. This is my ideas book where I write things down. But this is what I was talking to you about, my 2024 kind of list, if you like. Doesn't mean to say I'm going to stick to it or anything else. It's just things that both Mr. F and myself thought of last night and thought we'd put down. So keep desk tidy, and that really is a big one. I've already kind of said to you that I just find it so off-putting when my desk is a mess. Do regular videos, which of late I haven't been doing that. We've had excuses rather than reasons probably, but I know you guys like the videos, and I've let you down a little bit of late. However, regular Instagram posts, that's a great thing to generate interest in the YouTube channel. So I really need to do that. I couldn't tell you the last time I posted on Instagram, months ago I'd say, probably. And I'd reached the stage actually where I was posting things, Timmy bits that I'd made. And Tim was actually commenting, wow, and wonderful, and that's great, sort of thing. Generally every time I posted something, and then I just stopped. So that needs to be looked at. And I need to look up how you do reels and stories and all that sort of stuff, which I'm afraid at the moment I don't know. And a look at pricing. I really try and keep my pricing as low as I can. And that's fine until I see other people, they do flip throughs, and I follow it through to their Etsy page where they're selling their journals. And they are much, for ones that are for sale, like the ones that I do, they are much, much more expensive. And I've no desire to be the most expensive around. I don't want that. But I do want them to be more realistic. So for you guys, I'm sorry, that probably means a bit of a price hike. But everything that I buy now is so much more expensive than it used to be. And so the pricing has just got to go up. An all-inclusive journal kit, that's something that's kind of on the back burner. We'll talk about that more if it comes to it. Mr. F's project, he's got a fabulous project in his head. Just needs to get the time and space in here so he can film it. Try to include more artwork in my journals, which is always a nice thing to do. It's very personalised, and I love doing it, so that's something to think about. Include some more mixed media. I know there's a lot of you on here that like it when I do the mixed media kind of things. Even if I'm just making a background to die cut, fussy cut, whatever, mixed media is interesting. And machine embroideries, for some of the sort of more shabby chic ones, some pretty little machine embroideries would be lovely. And sewing, I kind of got out of the habit of sewing around things, but I do think it adds that extra edge to it. So I need to be thinking about that as well. And I'd like to, some of my journals, when we moved, we sold a shed load of wooden boxes, but we still do have some. So I'd like to show you how I decorate those. We have some rub-on transfer paper, which you can print onto and then transfer. I think we've got dry ones and we've got water slide ones, so I'd like to show you how they work. Keep spending down, which is important, because the lower I can keep the spending, the lower I can keep the pricing. And I do thank, from the bottom of my heart, everybody that donates to the channel, either through the Ko-fi site or directly to PayPal. It genuinely means that we can keep this going. So thank you to each and every one of you. If you've gone to the Ko-fi site and you've downloaded all the Christmas digitals and you've donated £1, that's brilliant. £1 is £1, and they add up and they're meaningful, and I thank you all very much. Some small projects, because not everybody wants to get involved in a huge journal. So some small project. We need to look at releasing a second set of templates. The templates that we did do, the existing ones on Etsy, have been very, very popular. And I think I've got enough ideas in my head of what we need to do for a second set. Need to look at the challenge that kind of at the moment, or in abeyance at the moment, is the collage challenge. So I need to have a look at that, see if I want to change it or whatever. But I do like the weekly challenge. Sometimes it just gets people going, just jump them out of that lack of mojo. And I love seeing them on the group. Using remnants, I have drawers full of Timmy remnants, full. And I could build a journal, I'm pretty sure, out of just the remnants. And I want to look at different ways of binding, because that always interests me. And then from the journals and folio side of things, I want to do a blue journal, and I'm going to have a look through this pad in a minute, which is what spurred me on to do blue. Song lyrics, I can't remember, I think it was Ruby and Pearl, that had included song lyrics in their journal. Well, one of my very favourite songs is The Rose, sung by Bette Midler. I absolutely adore it. And so I think that I could make a journal around the rose, including the lyrics, you know, in different ways. Edith, I've got so many Edith books, I'm drowning in them, and yet I seldom do an Edith project, so that needs to be put right. I'd like to do a Jemima Puddle Duck kit. I did that last year with, this year I should say, with Peter Rabbit. So I'd like to do a Jemima Puddle Duck one. Timmy, of course, I always like doing Timmy projects, be it a journal, a folio, some smaller piece, whatever. And I'd like to do an ideas book of, you know, I've got ideas down here, but I never look at it. And if I do, I've only written half a story. So when I see a good idea, I'd like to actually do it, put it, you know, make it in paper and put it in an ideas book. And this is Elizabeth Craft's Designs. They are looking for design team members, and I actually last night I applied to be one of their design team. I love Elizabeth Craft Designs. I love their papers. So I'm waiting. I think it's the end of the year they'll let you know if you've been successful or not. So who knows? I might be, I might not be. But that's kind of my 2024 laid out there. If you have anything else that you think I should add to the list or any ideas, comment below. Let me know what you think. So that's that. Let's put that to one side. And I just want to have a look through this. I haven't actually opened it yet. It's by Anna Marie, and she does loads of really over-the-top shabby chic stuff, which I love. So let's see. Oh, so we've got all, I don't know which way to put it, little cards here. They're gorgeous. And it's single-sided, and I don't know how many, 3, 4, 4 in each design. Lovely. I love this green. You guys know this is one of my favourite colours, and I just love it. So yeah, mixing that with the blue, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Oh, look at that, it's damask, it's green, it's, oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And then this one, oh, that's nice. It's uncoated this, so you can stamp on it or spray it, ink it, whatever you want to do. And that's really nice. That would make, oh, that's just brilliant. You can see so many things. Oh, look at that. Wow. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, spots and damask and roses. Beautiful. That's like a rose toss, I guess you'd call it. It's a bit bluer in real life than you're seeing on the screen, actually. That's nice. That's lovely. This is a nice pad, isn't it? Oh, look at that in the beige. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Lovely. Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty. And this one might be the last one, I think. Yeah, this one. It's actually tiny little dots all over it, that. You can see it like a fabric. So that's the blue pad that's jogged me into thinking I'd like to make a blue journal. And I also have some 49 in Market. I have ink, I think they call it, their pad, and I have that as well. So I'm not short of blue, and I need to be using some up. So let's go back to this, see if they've dried, which I think they have. Yeah, okay. So now really all we need to do is just back this. So I need a bit of, I think I might just use coffee stained paper actually. Stick that down onto it. Just wondering if it would look nice with a border. No. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I don't know, I think it might. Yeah, okay, let's give it a border. Just a very narrow one. Make sure you get glue on the twine to stick it down. And then after I've stuck this, I will pause you and I'm going to go and have my lunch. Then I'll come back and we'll do something else, hopefully nice. So just want really the narrowest of borders. Like that, I think is good. Just going to curl that one over a little bit and that one. That one looks like it wants to fold anyway, so that's fine. Just age it up. Age it up. So let's cut this out. Oh, the stress of it all. Right, let's have a look, see what we've got. That is a very narrow border, but that's fine. So I shall just ink around that. Pretty. Let's just quickly ink around that, and then I think it's pretty much done. And I quite like it. Hope you do. Just make sure you get a bit more in the corners. There we go. And I think when that sets up, when the glue sets up, it's going to be amply sturdy enough. Just make sure that's down. So there we have it, a little tag for our book, our journal. Looks nice, I like it. Okay, I shall see you post lunch. Okay, lunch isn't quite ready yet, so I can make a start on the project number 2. And I'm going to use Lorna's papers. Oh, they really are very, very, very pretty. And that one might work. That's gorgeous, isn't it? They're all gorgeous. They're gorgeous. These old masters. Painted Garden, it's called, if you're looking for the paper set. Ah, did you hear that? Now it's lunch. See you in a minute. Hi, I'm back. Lunch was lovely. It's a Saturday today when I'm recording this, and generally on a Saturday we have a bit of a rough and ready type lunch, let's say. So lunch today was fish fingers, chips and beans, baked beans, which was very nice for a change. So had I decided which paper I was going to use? This is the question. I rather like that one. Let's use that one. Put those away and keep them nice. So let's see, I want to make an envelope. And I'd like it to be 3 by 5.5. Yeah. I don't know what a full bar and a Gladstone is. I've no idea. But let's stick with 3 by 5. I think it will be all right there. So I need to cut the paper to 6 3/4 by 6 3/4, and the first notch needs to be at 2 3/4. So 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. Let's get my beautiful Timmy trimmer out. 6 3/4. I'm going to have to get my extra leg out. 6 3/4, which is there, I believe. And 6 3/4 here. There we go. And what did I say the first one was? 2 and... Oh, my memory's hopeless. 6 3/4. 2 3/4. Okay. 2 3/4. We can do this. Oh, let me get my scoring tool out first. That one under the pointer. I love my envelope board. I use it quite a lot. I just love it. Oops. I don't know where I was going with that one. Right, so let's have a look and see what we got. Oh, got a load of notches. Right, so fold them all in. Like that. Well, like that actually. Oh, it's a shame we aren't going to see the front, isn't it? I wonder if I should do it that way. Fold it in the other way. That's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, so I'm just going to make a mark where that crosses there and where that crosses there, and I'm going to cut it off. But because you all know that I'm the world's worst with a pair of scissors. I'm going to do it with my board. Where did I mark it? Okay, and this one wants to be rounded, this top one here, so you can do that with the back of your envelope board. Just pop that into there and round that off. So that's what we've got. Now, because I've bent this paper one way and scored it the other, it's just beginning to break up a bit. I'll just reiterate, that's not the paper's fault, it's mine for doing it first one way and then the other. But let's get inking around it anyway, and then we'll be all right. So it's actually very mild here today. It's 10 degrees, almost 11. Which is unheard of late. It's been so cold of late. And our heating is electric, so not so good. That's the bottom, isn't it? So it's this bit here that I need to do. This bit here. Actually, I want to put them like that, so I'm going to do all around that flap. Just a bit extra on that corner. I've done all of that one, that's all right. Yep. So I just want to do along the actual edges now. I'm going to put plenty ink on just to cover up that little bit of crackle that we've got on the paper. Which will be fine because this envelope's never going to be opened again, so it's not going to take any added pressure. Any added strain, I should say. Right, there we go. That's that. Just going to do around this one in case you can see the sort of core of the paper, which is white and it stands out. There we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a hole in this one and this one and set an eyelet in it. Where are my eyelets? Here they are. And I'll use gold. I think I've been using gold throughout. I quite like it. If I have any, yes, here we are. I dropped them all on the floor, didn't I? Which then meant they weren't separated into their colours anymore, which wasn't exactly brilliant, but typical of something I would do, I'd say. Oh, come on, stop shaking. I think that's okay. So we'll set these now. There we go. So So that's what we got. Looks nice. So, do I need to decorate this? I probably do a little bit. Let's put the envelope board away. Yeah, I probably do need to put something on it. A little bit of lace or something. Let's get the lace out and have a look, see what we've got. That's pretty. Might also be a bit white. This isn't quite so white. Maybe put it over it like that. No, I don't like that. It's not very special, is it? Not very special. Got some cream. Yeah, I like that. That's fine. And I also want to put a hole with a... Should have done that when I had the blinking things out. Just looking to see if I've got any other bits of cream or anything. Anything of interest. Oh, what's that? That's nice. Yeah, I'm going to use that. I have got so much stuff just around me. Okay, I'm going to stick that on underneath there like that. I like that. So let's put some colour on there. Quite a bit. Because the fabric, this is cotton lace and it just drinks it. So look and see if that looks straight. Needs to come down a little bit. There we go. That's good. That's fine. Let's trim the end off that. Lovely. That's lovely. And I'm going to put some twine. I'm going to hold this together with some twine. I think I'm just going to use my ordinary hemp twine. Yeah, that's loads too much, but I think I'm going to stick those down first, actually. Twine, twine, twine. Yep, probably should have done it before I stuck it down. There we are. That's nice. Cut these ends off a bit. Yeah. I don't know whether I should be using some thicker twine. But But I think that's okay. Leave that like that for the time being. So now what I want to do is stick that onto a page completely. That's just going to be my pocket. So I don't know which one it wants to go in, but anywhere where there's a gap will be good. I quite like that on there actually with the green. So yeah, let's put that there. Let's take this off and stick that on to there. Not that way, you silly moo. That way. That's it. You like that? You like that? Looks good. Right, let's get it stuck down. So all we're doing is using this envelope as a pocket. And displaying some of Lona's beautiful papers. And then just quite a bit over this lace to make sure it does lay down. And then just place it there, I think is a good place for it. That looks nice. Pleased with that. Yep. That's the outside, I think. This goes here. Oh my goodness. If it's at all possible for me to mess something up, I will. Yeah, and that goes onto there. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's where we were. That's what we're up to. So now I need to find a tag or something to put in there. Thinking, what have I got? Let's have a look what we've got. What I've printed out already. I think that might be all of my papers. Pretty much. Right, let's have a look, see then what we've got. These are the ones that I embossed. They're a bit the wrong colour, but they might come in at some stage. It's another page of Lona's. Pink. Another piece with, ooh, that's nice. I'll leave that out, I like that. Here's another page that I'll put texture paste on. We'll put the top there. That's a spare page. Yeah, that, I was wondering about this one, because it's the right green. That would be nice. And I printed the green on the back. Let's see what else we've got. I just printed out a variety really. That's quite nice, but I don't know if it's too small. No, it might be alright that. We'll leave that out. Oh, that's another nice letter. That'll do, that's plenty. And I don't think we need that for the present moment. We'll put those back in the drawer. Right, Right, I think what I'll have is that letter and that. So I'll put those tags, little tags back. Right, okay. So let's deal with this. Oh, I don't want those either. With this. I have done it on newsprint, but actually it looks like it's supposed to be folded in half. Like this is the envelope part. And the bit inside is the letter, I think. So it's going to go like that. It's not exactly straight, but that's all right. Right, so let's cut off the edges. And I'm going to cut them off straight. And this edge here. And I've just got a bit of white down here, so I'll cut that off. There we go. Alright, so I need to make this look old. So let's fold it in. Oh yeah, that's true. I need to stick it together first. And I've never done this with newsprint paper before, so I don't know if it's going to show through. If it does, well, it's for the bin. But let's just swipe that out a bit. I guess glue stick would have been the obvious choice there. But we're all right, that's okay. So let's just crease that in really sharply. There we are. Now I just want to go around the edge and just sort of fold it, crease the corners in. Just be quite rough with it really. Just to make it look aged, you know, not just distressed like we do with the and that's torn that there, but that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, when we use distress ink, it just darkens the edges, doesn't it? It doesn't really make things look authentically old. So I think it was Heather on Ruby and Pearl who was trying to copy somebody else that she'd seen doing this sort of faux aging effect, and it all looked a bit yeah, but I'm gonna have a go. Okay, I'm going to crumple it up a bit more, and maybe even a bit more. Since it's just a single layer of newsprint, I wouldn't be doing this, so it would be too much for it. Right, there we are, just straighten that out. And I don't know if I took my ink, where's my door back on? Here it is. And just coat it over some of those ridges. what that would look like then. Looks great. I'm being ever so gentle here, ever so light, just to catch the tops of those crinkles that we've just put in. And I'm going all one way, and then I can turn it round and come the other way. I'm going to build it up there a little bit because I feel that it would naturally have that on it. I don't know why. So that's that. Beginning to look a bit more aged. And of course we've got the opposite on the back, so, but that's going to be inside, so it doesn't need quite so much. And actually there is a tear there. So let's just tear that out. Bit of ink there. Now if I can find my my sellotape, let me go looking for it. Right, I found it, my faux aged packaging tape, or sellotape as we call it in this country. I'm just going to take a bit off there, and I don't want it that wide, so I'm just gonna snip it there and tear that off, and I'm going to put my piece that's torn off back into place and stick that down like that. How cool does that look? It's got to be said, that looks cool. So, yeah, I've done pretty much all I want to do to that. So now I'm going to fold it where it would have been folded, and I can just about see those lines. Can I? Just about. They are very faint. Lovely. That's that. And that folds there. And this one folds there. And then that will tuck into that on the back. But we just want to I'm just going to make those quite crisp, because it's been folded like this for a long time, so it's got quite crisp. There we are. Cute little letter, eh? I think I could get a better tool for this than my domed dauber, but for the moment it's what I've got, so it's what I'm using. I'm not going to do that all the way along. Something could have been lying on top of it to stop it getting quite so dusty. There we go, let's have a look. What does that look like? That looks okay. Looks okay to me, actually. It's nicely aged. Considering we started off with a flat piece of paper, I mean, it's looking alright. I just go down there a little bit. Down there a little bit. That's sufficient. I think that's sufficient. I think that's all it needs. So let's fold it up, and then this bit tucks into that bit, like that, and there's our letter. And you definitely could journal on that, you know, if you wanted to. I love that bit of faux aged packing tape. There we go. So where's our pocket? Here it is. So that can just slip into there. That's lovely. And then we'll make this other one up. So I need to chop this one out as well. Yeah, because I can't see where that is. Let's try it. Yeah, not so bad. I'm just going to cut a bit off there. So then I can get it in that way. Further across. There we go. Whoops. Let me put these bits of paper away, we're not using them. Right, so now what we want to do is just tear these little bits off the corners. As you can see, they're white, so we don't want those. The other white bits, that I'm not so worried about, I can do when we've got it stuck down. Or am I going to stick it down? No, I think I won't stick it down. This does fold up there though at the bottom. Like that. Right, so shall I crumple it? I think that's a yes. Oh, that looks so much better. I'm just ever so lightly brushing the top of this. And I like that colour much better anyway, once it's dulled down a little. So any of the nice big creases that you see that you want to include, make sure that you catch them. I'll just go across this way, see if there's any others that I want to include. Nice dark one there. Yeah, it's beginning to look so much better already. So we'll do the same with this side. And this isn't going to hinder journaling. Easily journal over this. It just accentuates those wrinkles and makes it look a little bit older. Like they've been in there forever. That looks nice. Looks nice. Right, so the edges. Now I just want to go around them with my finger in the absence of anything else. I might have to use my scissors on this bottom edge. Oh, forgot I was doing this with my finger. Oh well, doing it with my scissors now. Oh, that's a tear in there, that's great. Because you know what we can do. That bit there needs quite a lot. Okay. Oh, that bit on the bottom needs it as well. There we go. Okay, so now we can start edging it. Nice and dark. Because I don't think dust, grime, you know, that's been there for years and years, I don't think that is a vintage photo colour. I think it's more dirty. More sort of, yeah, ground espresso, black soot even. Some bits of it really dark, some bits not so dark. That bit there to be good and dark. It's looking all right. So because we're not sticking this like that, this side's going to be visible as well, so I just want to make sure that it's inked as well. Not so worried about that because that's going to go like that. There we go. So now I need to fold that up, fold it over there on that corner. And all the way up that line. Lovely. And in time that will flatten out, but where we put the ink will still be nice and green. Nice and crumpled looking. That's what I meant to say. Nothing to do with green actually. That's fine then, just along the bottom. I think you've got to be quite brave to do this, you know, to to just crumple your paper up. Brave or foolish, I'm not sure which. And that's all done, right? That's fine. So there's our little tag for in there. And as I say, in time it'll go flat. But it'll still always look like that. Which I think looks aged. Open it up. Journaling. Looks nice and aged. And then over there. Yep. Perfect. So, there we go. Let's put that in here. There we are. So we've got two really, really nice things in there. The question is now, do I need to add anything to here? Oh, let me think. Well, I've had a good think and I think no, I like it. I like it like that. I really love the greens together. And when you take that out, you've got Lorna's beautiful paper there, which sits so nicely with that green. So no, I'm gonna leave it. It's got lace along the bottom, so it's a little bit fancied up. I love those two items of ephemera that are in there. Absolutely love them, and I think that really is all that needs. So we've done that, and we've made that very pretty. It's really lovely. I hope you can see, yeah, you can see the embossing on that. It's really nice. Very pretty card. So, let me just fix my telly. It wants to go off because I haven't done anything with it for ages. I'm watching Secrets of Playboy, is it? Or Penthouse or something? Oh dear, don't get me started on that. So this, it's backed, it has firmed it up now, the glue's set, so I don't know where it's going to go. It could go onto there. That would look nice. That's a nice colour background for it. Let's just do that. Let's safety paper clip that in place. and I think that'll look nice. There's nothing impeding it on the other side, so let's just paper clip that in there, and you can remove that and journal on it as you wish. So we're making progress. Isn't that pretty? It just really is. I love it. But I'd forgotten how much I love pretty. Okay guys, so that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget, if you have any suggestions that you'd like me to do in the new year coming up, and you want them added to the list, just, you know, leave a comment or say so on the group or whatever, and I really will give it everything that you suggest. I'll give thought to, see if it's something I can do or want to do. And in the meantime, I will be plugging along with this journal. We've still got the cover to make. We've still got quite a few pages, I think. This one's all done barring this. The front isn't done though, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Where's the card gone out of there? There it is. So that is pretty much done apart from these two here. And the other side, I think there's quite a bit more to do to that. That needs doing. Oh, maybe not so much. Something on there and there. Yeah, something on there. That pocket needs a tag to go in it, and something on there and there. So actually, you know, we're making really good progress here. So that's it. I'll leave you looking at what we've created today. Well, the envelope, because it's my favourite by far. I just love that. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for everything, and thank you for sticking it out this last fortnight when I've really been pretty much absent without leave. I'm very sorry about that. I really am, but it's life. Sometimes it just gets in the way, doesn't it? So thanks for joining me. Do take care, everybody, in this season of colds and flus and whatever else. And hopefully I'll see you during the week, but I will surely see you next Sunday. So take care, be kind. Thank you. Bye.